Hello everyone, I'm Anne and this is my new channel, I guess. I didn't think that I would really follow through and do it, and I still can't believe it, and I still don't think that I will do it for a long time, but who knows what happens. I guess Sunny Kim was right. Once you get this idea in your head that you could start a booktube channel, it's just a matter of time when you really follow through and do it. So this is me trying, basically. So I thought that maybe the best way to start off this channel is by doing a Booktube Newbie Tag. So I will be answering some questions today. Yeah, the first one is an easy one, I guess. I started this channel basically because I just wanted to discuss books with someone. I just wanted to ramble about the books that I'm reading, at least in some space. Of course, I'm doing it in the dialogue with my best friend, but I think that she's had enough, and maybe I will try and bring this as some kind of content out there in the world. I don't know if I'm going to bring something fun and unique to Booktube right away. I think that for at least some time in the start, I will try and do the things that others do, just my way, and see if I can really fit into this whole community and this whole process of making content the way it is right now. But maybe in a few months I will find a way to bring something new to the community. The only unique thing I can promise to bring right now is, of course, my perspective. I am not from the USA, not from any English-speaking country, so English is my second language. I am actually from Russia, and I hope maybe it can somehow influence my content, but maybe it can mean something. This is something that I will be bringing with my content. I am most excited for meeting new people. I know it sounds very cheesy, but it's actually true, because right now, I assure you, I have 0 friends on Goodreads, and I really want to have at least a few. I would really like to log on to Goodreads and see other people making progress on books, not only booktubers that I just happen to follow, but actual people that I can comment on the posts of and maybe discuss something, discuss books and everything. Of course, channel is not the only way you can find new people and chat with them. I was thinking about starting like a Twitter account. Somehow I thought that maybe doing this as a channel would also help me to find my place in the internet and to make some kind of content. This is a good question. I think that I love reading because it just opens so many worlds. You can see so many perspectives just reading one book. You can read others' thoughts and others' feelings. You can not only find them in the books, but you can also find yourself in the writings of others, which I do feel like this is something special. And of course, reading is just cool, and I've been thinking about it long before I found out what Booktube was. So it's just something that I've been thinking of for a long time before I joined this community. In other communities in my circle, it's just always like, oh, everyone is always talking about books. Books can be a way of I don't know, making your social career and everything. So of course, I also love reading books because I can pat myself on my back and say that it's so cool that I've read so many books this year, and I've read this book already, so I know what to talk about with these people or these people. It's also a very easy way to improve your language, at least those languages that I speak. The book series that got me into reading is a fantasy that was written by a Ukrainian author, Natalia Sherba. It is called Lunastry. I don't know if it really is translated into English. If I find it, I will put it on the screen. You will see it right here, I guess. I will not be getting like into details of the plot. It was interesting, it was easy to read. I was 10 or 12 at the time, and before that I wasn't really interested in reading, so I guess it was easy enough and capturing enough to get me into reading. And the funny thing is that right now I don't read fantasy at all. I know some people start with fantasy and they follow through, like the love stays with them, but the truth is, after this fantasy series, I switched on to classics, and this is what stayed with me. I think that maybe because I read Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice, Wuthering Heights, like one of the first books that I read were those. Maybe this is what stayed with me. This genre, like something around romance stayed with me. I don't have specific questions that I would ask my favorite booktubers, so I will just list them because you will see their influence on me, and I will just right now admit that for sure you will see me acting like those people, and I think that is okay. So right now I will be thanking them. Without them I would never do that. I would never start a channel. My top 3 are Emily Fox from Books with Emily Fox, Leonie from The Book Leo, and Jack Edwards. You just know him. I also watch a few others, like A Clockwork Reader, Carrie Can Read, Sunny Kim, of course, and others as well. I don't have specific questions for them. Maybe for some advice, or I would ask them about their own adventures, about the countries that they're from and the countries that they've been into. I think that I would just want to have like a decent conversation with them. You know, not even about booktube, not even about books maybe, because I see them talk about it like at all length. So maybe I would just ask them about their other experience in life. I think that the main challenge that I will have with this channel is actually about internal battles, fears, and some complicated stuff, insecurities that I have, and I hope that this channel will help me deal with all of those insecurities and fears. As I already said, I started reading around 10 or 12 years. I don't really remember when I started it. However, I will point out that for years I have been reading at a very slow pace, like one book a month, and I was quite satisfied with it. However, I think last summer and then like in the fall I started reading in a very intense way that I'm reading it right now, though it is very okay for booktube, and I know that other booktubers, their speed is higher than mine. Right now I read around 4 or 5 or 6 books a month. This has started not so long ago, a few months, and it will be just 1 year that I'm reading this like intensely. This is a good question because I have 3 places where I read. The first one is the subway. I do like to spend this time that I'm spending commuting in a useful way, and I'm trying to read. I'm reading on my phone, so a lot of ebooks are usually on my list. The second place is my home, and fun fact, I'm right now not in like my home place. I'm living in the dorm, so I'm usually reading there. And the third place that I'm reading in is the outside. I'm trying to get into habit of going for a walk every day, and while doing that, I'm listening to audiobooks. My main genres are romance, I believe contemporary and historical fiction, but I also love memoirs, and I'm trying to get into other non-fiction genres, but right now it's only like an intention. I do not tend to read fantasy, sci-fi, mystery, horror, and something around those genres, though I do not despise them. I do think of reading them and trying them out. I have a few on my TBR, so I think that I will be getting onto that. Maybe I will have some challenges of trying those out. And I also enjoy reading queer books, anything about queer people, just to get to know the community, what people are writing, what people are reading, and also classics. I guess that's it. Before you go, I want to say that later on you will have some videos here, you know, that I'm recommend you watch, but this is my first video, so I do not have those yet. However, I have ideas that I really want to do next. I do think that I will do a video about queer books that I'm reading in June as Pride Month. Something about the results of the first half of the year, those books that I've been reading. But yeah, this is all that I wanted to say. Thank you for seeing this video through. I hope that you stick around, and I hope that I will see you again. And I do hope that one day I will see this video again and I will be proud of myself, of the progress that I made. Goodbye, and I hope to see you soon on this channel again.